A flashback to Ji-won's house purchase 8 years ago opens My Sweet Mobster episode 8. When Too-young questions him about why he is so adamant about moving into that house, he opens the time capsule and reveals that he had once, long ago, spent a brief period of time there as Yoon-hyun-soo. Returning to the present, he gives Eun-ha the capsule while lying to her about telling the boys to dig it up since he noticed her frantically searching the yard for something. Ji-won advises Eun-ha against searching for certain memories, saying it is preferable to leave them behind. Chi-fo informs Hyun-woo at the prosecutor's office that Ji-won is the person he is looking for. Before, he went by Yoon-hyun-woo, and since his mother wasn't his father's legal wife, he adopted her maiden name. At the age of 16, Ji-won was entered into his father's family tree. Ji-won moved back into his mother's home after his father was sentenced to prison and he launched Thirsty Deer. Hyun-woo believes they are doomed since the man he wants to arrest and the one Eun-ha is searching for are the same. When Eun-ha returns home, she goes through the capsule and remembers Hyun-woo. She makes the decision to call Jang Hyun-woo and requests to meet the following day since she has something to show him. When Ji-won answers the phone, she learns that Eun-ha believes prosecutor Hyun-woo is the person she is searching for. When Too-young gets there later, Ji-won is working from home. He provides him with the drug deal's location and advises them to call the police. Ji-won is hesitant because if something goes wrong, Yoon-taek might get hurt. Dong-wi hears their exchange from outside the door. Ji-won, who attended the same school as prosecutor Hyun-woo, thinks of telling him about Too-young and inquires about his character. Too-young claims to be exceptionally harsh on assault victims and to be tough and resistant to corruption. Ji-won remarks that if he finds out that he plans to attend the drug trade due of a problem at the hotel 10 years ago, he could be more receptive to Ji-won. Even while Too-young claims that Ji-won is not responsible for the incident, he is adamant that he bears some responsibility because he initiated it all. Then, we go back in time to a scene from 10 years ago when Ji-won, Too-young, and Jae-soo were on their way to their hotel and talking about how Ji-won had accused his father of embezzlement and other offenses. Although Jae-soo claims to be prepared, he is worried that his father's group may learn about the situation and pursue Ji-won. Too-young has an exam, so Jae-soo leaves to drive him to school after letting Ji-won off at the motel. Ji-won is ambushed by Yang-hee and his men inside the hotel. His goal is to murder Ji-won. Since he is his father's son, he inherited the gang and all of its belongings, while Yang-hee received nothing. Ji-won then turned informant on his father and the gang to the authorities. In the ensuing brawl, Ji-won is stood by Gang-gil. It was during the confusion that Hyun-woo saw Ji-won, drenched in blood and wielding a baseball bat, stagger into the hall, hurting Mi-jin's grandma as well. Ji-won falls to the ground, and Hyun-woo and Mi-jin assist the grandmother in leaving the room. The next day, Ji-won goes out on his own to find Yoon-taek, but Too-young follows and is adamant on going with him. Dong-wi informs the boys at home that Ji-won will face Kitty Gang by himself. They are concerned about him, and as they are pondering how to locate him, Eun-ha recalls that she has Ji-won's phone connected to follow his whereabouts. They decide to go together even though she won't give the guys her phone since she knows they won't let her leave. In the meantime, Hyun-woo receives an anonymous information regarding the drug trade from Too-young. As a result, he sends police and narcotic investigators to track Taewon down and locate Ji-won. After a protracted automobile chase, the detectives apprehend Taewon as Chi-fo and Hyun-woo arrive at the warehouse where the narcotics deal was supposed to take place. Yang-hee and his guys were now idly beating up Ji-won because Too-young had departed after saving Yoon-taek. Before Gang-gil can finish Ji-won, the police show up. Yang-hee escapes with the stolen money, despite the fact that everyone is arrested at the site. Eun-ha and the boys arrive at the same time, but they choose not to drive to the location because the arrest has already been made by the police. Ji-won is being waited for by Eun-ha and the boys outside the police station. Eun-ha breaks down in tears because she is so anxious and restless about Ji-won. Calling to cancel dinner plans, Hyun-woo informs her that he has an urgent case to attend to. Eun-ha begins to inquire about the case and the events, but she also subtly brings up Ji-won's situation. During the call, Hyun-woo discerns that she is waiting for Ji-won outside when he hears the sound of police sirens in the background. Hyun-woo attempts to link Ji-won to the case in the interrogation room, even hinting that he went there to bring Yoon-taek to an end. According to Ji-won, he went to save Yoon-taek and lingered to give him time to get away. After finding out that Ji-won provided the tip, Hyun-woo finishes the interrogation. Ji-won is referred to by his birth name, Yoon Hyun-woo, by Hyun-woo, who also says that Eun-ha is fervently looking for him. He even believes Hyun-woo to be the prosecutor. He claims that after he found out about his identity, he changed his mind about helping Eun-ha locate her childhood Hyun-woo, and he is aware that this is also the reason Ji-won is keeping his true identity a secret from her. In response, Ji-won claims that he is unrelated to anything. After taking Yoon-taek to the hospital, Too-young brings him to the police station. Ignoring Eun-ha, Ji-won leaves to urge the guys to go home. Eun-ha is waiting for Ji-won outside the gate at home. She is treated like a tenant by him, and he stays aloof from her. The next morning, the boys refuse to let Too-young and Ji-won eat because they lied to them and concealed secrets, ignoring them throughout breakfast. Subsequently, Eun-ha meets prosecutor Hyun-woo and informs her that he has some information regarding the Hyun-woo that she is searching for. By the time the episode ends, Eun-ha is inebriated when she gets home late. Outside, she discovers Ji-won waiting for her. She informs him that she and Ji-won shouldn't ever see each other again since she has at last located the person with whom she buried the time capsule. The review of the episode. All unanswered questions regarding Yoon-taek's and the hotel case are answered in this episode. But viewers are left wondering what Hyun-woo told Eun-ha, leaving the scene on a cliffhanger. Did he tell her the truth, or did he lie and say he was the person she was seeking for? A rift between Too-young, Ji-won, and the other males in the house is also introduced in this episode. They are upset that they chose to handle this risky situation alone rather than entrusting them with it. It's also hilarious that the boys, who first disliked their sister-in-law and the classes, are now supporting her. Yoon-taek truly wounded their sentiments, thus he should take some time to think things through. We'll probably see them attempt to overcome their mistrust in the upcoming episode. But what fans are really interested in learning about is Eun-ha and Ji-won's relationship. Now that she said they shouldn't see each other anymore, will she leave the house? How about asking her to stay? It's possible that danger lurks in the shadows because we don't know what happened to Young-hee. Young-hee is aware of Eun-ha, therefore Ji-won will have to be concerned about